Now let's take a look at the alignment properties provided by Flexbox on the Flex container, starting off with justify content. And to see the alignment more clearly, I have reduced the number of items from 9 to 5. Alright, now justify content defines the alignment along the main axis. Let's understand with the UI how the different values work. By default, justify content is set to the value flex start, which places the flex items at the beginning of the main axis, which is also known as main start. So if I refresh the browser, you can see that there is no change. The main axis flows from left to right, so the flex start is at the very left, and justify content set to flex start will align the items to the left. The second possible value is flex end. This causes the flex items to be placed at the end of the main axis. So if I refresh, you can see that the items are pushed to the right, which is the end of the main axis. Now to help you, let me pull up the slide on the axes again. So you can see that the main axis flows from left to right by default. Main start is at the very left, main end is at the very right. If you set justify content to flex start, they are aligned at main start. If you set justify content to flex end, they are aligned at main end, which is what we see in the browser. Now it is also possible to align the content at the center of the main axis, and the value is justify content set to center. Refresh the page and you can see the content is now placed at the center of the main axis. So these are some of the properties you would expect for alignment: left align, right align, and center align. However, Flexbox also provides additional values that can control how the extra space has to be distributed. So we have a value of space between. Now, if I refresh the browser, you can see that the extra space that was left out is evenly split and added in between the flex items. Sometimes you might also want the space before the first item and after the last item. For such a scenario, the value is space around. Refresh the browser and you can see that there is now space at the beginning and at the end. And this space is equal to half of the space between the flex items. For example, if the space in between the items is 20 pixels, space at the start and the end would be 10 pixels. However, if you want the same space even at the start and end of the items, the value you're looking for is space evenly. Refresh the browser and you can see that the extra space is equally distributed in the container. And what you have to keep in mind is the justify content property aligns items based on the main axis. So if we set the flex direction to column, justify content deals with vertical alignment. So back in the CSS, in the container class, let me change flex direction to column. Set a height of 800 pixels to add extra space within the container. And set justify content to flex start. You can see all the items are pulled to the top. And if the value is flex end, refresh and all the items are pulled to the bottom. Set the value to center, refresh, and you have vertically centered content, something that was a real struggle before. Now space between, space around, and space evenly behave the same way. I'm going to let you try them out. So the justify content property is used to align items and distribute any extra spacing in the parent container. The alignment is always along the main axis. The possible values are flex start, flex end, center, space between, space around, and space evenly.